Hey folks, Phil Gallagher of ThrabenU here for another Monster Train run. Let's get that sound down for y'all. There we go. Okay, we're going to do something slightly different today. I recently lost a win streak of 4 when I decided to try the Cultivating Awoken. That is the revenge one. I thought that I had a good start for Cultivating, and then I just did not have the DPS to kill anything. So what I'm going to do today is I'm going to force Cultivating Awoken in whatever run that I have to just see how it feels. I've always felt like Cultivating Awoken is the worst Awoken by quite a bit. There's a decent amount of people online who disagree with me, so I just want to see how it feels. So I'm setting a condition for myself. We are playing up through Cultivating 3 this run, just period, full stop. I'm not going to adjust the run in a way that would be beneficial for myself. So I'm not going to just take Cultivating 1 and then go spikes twice in a row. Nope, we are going to force Cultivating in this run no matter what. And if we are not offered the Cultivating Awoken, I'm going to reset the run. I don't care about losing a win streak of 1. Alright, so the first thing we're going to do is check and see if we have the Cultivating Awoken. And we do. Okay, now let's actually look at those starting cards. So we have 2 Mind Collapses, 2 Stings, and a Pyrogrow, which has been reworked as of the beta. So you draw fewer cards next turn, but you get an additional Ember for the rest of the battle. Well, we have 2 Stings to start with, so the additional power of Thorn Casing is quite strong. That'll mean that those Stings get to kill armored units just fully for most of the fight. Speaking of, so this is a great example of why I hate Cultivating Awoken. So you need to take the early trials to get the rewards. Otherwise, you risk not setting up your run well. But because these things have armored 10, my Sentient doesn't do damage, my Mind Collapses are bad. And I'm largely reliant on Sting and a Train Steward to do damage. So we're going to take a bunch of fire damage this fight. I need to put you on floor 1, just so you take an additional hit here. I mean, I'd kind of just like another turn to draw a Sting, so I actually get to kill you before taking this hit. Floor 1's also small, so I don't get to eat morsels. I don't think I play this battle. Drawing 2 cards next turn, I think is very important to find this Sting. So there's the Sting, there's the Sting, here's a Restore. This does 9 damage, which is not 11 damage, unfortunately. So the Pyre is going to get bullied. I guess I need to find an attack morsel this turn. Yikes! Well. Yeah, we might just die in fight 1 for taking Cultivated Awoken and the Trial. I can only deal like 5 more damage on this floor. Mind Collapse doesn't kill this back unit. Yeah, kind of feels like we're dead. Yeah. Yeah, that about sums up my thoughts on Cultivated Awoken. Let's try again. Alright, we're not offered Cultivated Awoken. Does this reset a run? I'm just gonna abandon the run and then just like take a new random clan. I don't know if it like holds over random or if it holds over Stygian there. Alright. So we have a Cultivated Awoken. Looks like we're playing Melting. We have a draw 3, we have 2 Purifying Cleanses, and 2 Stings. So I can use this to apply armor to my champion, or I can give dregs additional health so they don't die to spikes as easily. I think I want to try armor on the champ. So this is going to be the same scenario as last time, where I just like probably die if I take this trial. I mean, let's try it again, because like I would never pass on the first trial with either of the other champions because they're so strong. I'll play this here, play this behind it to get in some hits. Let's put these 3rd floor so I can get the collector up there. I'm not going to get the collector if it's behind this. Yeah, so the stings are just like very noticeably worse in this fight because we don't get the additional... We don't get the ability to go and kill the back units that would be behind these things. So in the last fight, we could have used a sting to kill the front shield, and then like stuff like this or a train steward could hit the thing behind it. We don't get that option here. Playing these dregs here this turn is incredibly awkward because of the burnout numbers. I think I play 1 here and restore it, and then play the other one here for another hit. Now I'll play this one here, play 2 of these out. restore this. So like these things are going to die before my tank does, and then the boss is going to have a bunch of health, and the boss will make it to the pyre. And that's all cool. So this is currently at 32, I can make it 22, that still doesn't change the clock there. So note that all of these things burn out before my champion dies, so these restores here don't actually do anything. I can get some burnout there, but we're still only dealing 58. Yeah. So about this. So you're already at 8, you have 2 regen. Alright, so you get hit for 8. Sorry, you get hit for 5 down to 3. And you regen 2. So that's an extra 10 damage. Now you get hit for 8. Down to 3, up to 6, down to 1, up to 4. So 2 of these gives 1 more hit for 10. And then turning this into a burnout unit so that we can full heal it is probably fine. It's not going to survive 5 hits anyway. This thing's at 22 as of right now. And then these don't do anything. Alright, so we took 23 pyre damage in that first fight. Okay, so we can go with the Restoration Detonation as a nuke for our champ. Or we can go with a Sharp End to put spikes on it to help kill back units. We kind of need both of these things because our champion doesn't do anything other than draw cards. Both are commons. We're going to get a sweep unit next floor. Hopefully we get a sweep unit next floor, and then Restoration Detonation is better. I need some DPS, so I'm going to take the Entombed Explosives here. Animus of Will with a decent upgrade is, I think, going to be better than Animus of Speed. Animus of Speed is better unupgraded. This would be a cool time for something like a large stone, but I guess I can't afford it because I couldn't kill the Collector. With the extra card draw that we're getting, I probably need to try something like this. The next fight really sucks. I didn't get much of a power-up in terms of DPS like I have in Animus of Will, and then this Wilting Sapwood as the damage. I kind of expect to die in the next fight, and I can't reroll the shop for another decent upgrade. Like, I'm in such bad shape that I probably have to spend money upgrading a Dreg so I don't die. Yeah, I think I die if I take this trap. So I'm not taking it. Order. Let's do that. Gives us the greatest chance of getting the collector. Let you hang out on top floor or play a restore. I have a restoration detonation coming that I'm hopefully hitting next turn. I think I'm gonna do this. I guess this isn't the best restoration detonation turn, huh? I change this 15. Yes, I can change this. So putting this here. 15 plus 9 kills this, that kills that. We can just let this burn out up here, play this, do a restore here. Yeah, only dealing 51 here is atrocious. Right, the armor. So for restoration detonation purposes, I don't actually want to heal that. Not drawing a dreg this turn is really rough. I wanted that bonus armor quite badly. This is 9 damage, which you live through. That'll get a kill. That'll get a kill. Yeah, I think we absolutely died if I took that trial there. I need both of these cards. I'm very bad at killing back units, and I also need scaling. Healing is a nice boon as well. But I think the Razor Sharp Edge helping to scale my Animus is more important right now. Overfill a floor behind the tank is, I guess, a plan. I can duplicate the Animus and put it behind both the Wilting Sapwood and the Sentient. I don't know how good that is versus just picking up a new unit and upgrading the Animus that I already have. Saves gold and gives me some bonus pyre health. We're gonna have a huge amount of trouble dealing with the double barrel, and I'm hoping that I don't have to use my Razor Sharp Edge to answer barrels too many times. I'm hoping I can just block with dregs. I think I'm gonna go left and see what kind of upgrades I can get. Endless is interesting. Endless Entombed Explosives is very good, but takes most of my money. I need damage. I get one of these two upgrades. The damage output on Animus of Will, increasing my DPS by 30 a turn, is very important. Then again, the additional life on Wilting Sapwood, so it doesn't like instantly die to a bomb, is also very important. I think, well, yeah. Think I leave there. It's possible I'm supposed to leave and then immediately spend the gold, but like that would put me at a very uncomfortably low amount of pyre health. Like maybe that's the risk that's necessary in order to get through this. $20 damage on this on turn 1. No, 15 damage on this on turn 1. Or do I need to kill this bomb, actually? So I can set Wilting Sapwood up on floor 2. Like, I kind of need both of these things to be getting hit so they have synergy together. Tricky, but I don't know that I can take 20 damage realistically on turn 1. Also a little awkward that this floor spawned as the bottom floor, because I really need 5 slots on one floor. 5 slots is this plus one of the 2-cost things, and then 5 slots on the other floor is this plus a 2-cost thing plus the Entombed Explosives. So I might need to set up on floors 2 and 3 in this fight. Assuming that I'm staying alive for floor 4, the gold that I get will be very nice for playing the thug here. Oh. That's so. Really need Restoration Detonation next turn, or I might just die. Like, lose the entire fight. Levels of bad. Okay. Cool. Now what? I could change my plan and like play Entombed Explosives here, then dripfall one of these creatures down, then play, like, then in the future intend on playing Entombed Explosives on floor 1 to clear out things. That's requiring a whole lot of my Ember, though. I think it's better to just use that to kill a unit here and scale this unit. But a little bit later on in the fight, I do need to be aware of other plans. Don't get to use this as a blocker or anything. Haste. Haste is not great for me. What's the best use of everything that I can do here? Entombed explosives to put armor on this. I get like a bit of a respite next turn in that like everything's going to come up here and hit this stuff. I have a weird series of dregs that I can use to put armor on a unit on the bottom floor. This is going to be on the same floor as all this crap next turn. I probably need to do that. Another drag live if I do one more. Attack, this goes up to 8. Attack, attack, this dies, this goes here. Another drag will live if I put another one here. And this back one, I'll apply some burnout to. Heal you up a little bit. And call it a turn. Yeah. About that. How bad's the top floor? Not nearly as bad as I thought it was going to be. Are we in dripfall territory in order to take one? No, I probably... I can dripfall the bomb down this turn. I can play my Entombed explosives here to kill this, dripfall the bomb to save a bunch of life on this. Or I can just like play this and put armor here. Things that I am doing. This is getting razor sharp edged. Then I have to play one of these two cards on this floor. You have haste, so otherwise you're going directly to the top. I think that means I'm looking at doing this and this. And we're going to look to draw a restoration detonation to get a huge hit on the boss. Nope, we drew that on the wrong turn. I probably need to full heal this turn then. Well, not full heal, but close to full heal. Well, the turn kind of plays itself. Or does it? So each turn cycle is only worth 20 up here, whereas each turn cycle up here is worth significantly more. I think that's actually better. Okay. Cool. Our deck feels incredibly weak to me. We're in Cleanse Seraph. This doesn't do anything right now, this doesn't do anything right now. This is not the best, but it's scaling and I don't really have much scaling yet. And I'm just like kind of fighting for space. Like, I think I have to take capacity from this fight, even though, like, I do kind of also need Umbra. I don't get a Merchant of Steel next floor. What does a Merchant of Magic do for me? Not much. We're going right to get 2 card removes and an artifact, and probably skipping on this creature unless it's great. Maybe I'm taking Lady of the Reformed for a burnout floor. So I'm going to have Sentient, Animus, plus Thug maybe on a floor. I'm going to have Entombed Explode. This is all very awkward. Definitely taking space. That just means like this is hard to cast on turns where this isn't also getting hit. Am I getting out of this by getting money to significantly upgrade my cards and remove bad cards from my deck? Might be the case that I'm supposed to take either a Paraffin Thug or a Wickless Tycoon here. Paraffin Thug means that I can go like Sentient Animus Paraffin Thug, and then still have a Paraffin Thug behind a Wilting Sapwood. I think I do that. I'm just gonna like eat it to spikes very badly. Or sweep units. Alright, so I set the condition that we need to continue on the cultivating line, even though like I very much think this is better. A sweep unit? Do I have room? Room is questionable. So 1, 2, 3 units is a floor. 1, 2 units is a floor, and then I'm trying to use the other floor to do Formless Child stuff and maybe Entombed Explosive stuff. Maybe I still take this anyway. I do have a Drip Fall to overfill floors. Both of these are totally fine and good. It's a little late for Jackstrips to be insane. But I'm not really doing anything unfair with restores. I'm going to take the Jackstrips. Let's get some Train Stewards out of the deck. Oh god, +6 attack is rough. These have 5 HP as well, so they're not getting killed by Jackstrips. I'm going to run to the restroom and think about this real quick. Sorry. Okay, so I think a lot of whether or not I take a billion fire damage in this fight is based around whether I draw my sweep unit early and whether I draw restoration detonation early. I can see myself actually losing the fight if both of those things don't happen. But I'm very weak right now, and I need to spend big at this Merchant of Steel. I have 1, 2, 3, 4 creatures that still need upgrades. I think for the run's overall success, I need to take this trial. Fuck. That's no DPS unit on turn 1. That's incredibly bad. We've also drawn the Razor Sharp Edge before we've drawn a DPS unit, which means that I probably have to play it here, which is kind of loose because like I want this thing's life total to be as high as possible. Yeah, these Weight of Contritions are really going to do a number on me. I think we're looking at letting Paraffin Thug die on floor 2 and letting Formless Child die on floor 1 so that I can get a 60 damage Paraffin Thug to play either on floor 1 or 2. But I'm taking 3 damage this turn, maybe 3 damage the following turn. I'm not getting bonus Ember. I'm losing out on 1 card draw by doing this. I'm also missing out on the Collector by doing this. But like, all in all, just feels bad. And I don't know that I can play this Drag on the bottom floor because I have space issues. You're gonna jack strips and kill yourself. Unfortunately, you do have attack power because of the trial. But we didn't draw Entombed Explosives, so there's not much that I can do about that. Question is, like, where is this going? It might need to go right here to hit this so that Entombed Explosives can get a kill on this next turn. It's less damage on the boss, but probably what needs to happen. Means this goes here. Not drawing that sweep unit is so brutal. Like, now I can have the choice of like playing this drag and like actually getting some damage in, or just like letting this unit die so I don't redraw it. The thing is, I would be okay with redrawing it later. Like, I think I have to just let it die. Okay, we drew the Entombed Explosives. That's good. That means that this creature now doesn't get to the fire. Next, I can play a Husk Hermit on this floor. That kills a lot of these units. I will draw Restoration Detonation next turn. I also will draw the Animus. I'm drawing Dripfall next turn. I'm not drawing Dripfall next turn. So that heal probably needs to happen for boss tanking reasons, and we're going to hope to draw it again to play there. I probably need to play this unit here, hoping to Dripfall it down. Probably need to play that there so I get kills on everything. We just play these to draw cards, and Now, do I play these dregs or a train steward as to not redraw them? Yes, probably, because drawing drip fall is incredibly important to me winning this fight, I think. I think I can play 2 of these to just eliminate redraws on them. Yeah, that's about what I thought this was going to look like. I think I drip fall this down now. Okay, cool. I'm not gonna do the math to see if one of the Paraffin Thugs is getting a kill. It's really complicated because of units dying and adding armor. I've got 2 Paraffin Thugs, and they do most of my damage. I'm gonna assume that one of them is getting the kill. Great. Spikes on the champ is totally reasonable. Nope. This shop has got to be just like straight fire. So I believe we're past the circle where we can get the copy event, but we can still get unit upgrade events. Quick sweep. I mean, quick sweep is very good. Plus 10 attack here or here is very good. I'm going to value it here first. Plus 25 HP goes on the wilting sapwood unquestionably. We roll the shop. Large stone sweep unit? I don't think that's actually good. Is a large stone paraffin thug good, though? That might be good. So, if a floor is sentient, animus, husk hermit, and a floor is wilting sapwood and paraffin thug, we then still have a floor that works out. Maybe it's a large stoned paraffin thug. And that becomes the floor where we repeatedly put the entombed explosives. It's a little weird. I want this plus 5 attack on this. At this point, I'm going to look at my cavern event and then make the decision. Purge a card to gain a card. Don't mind if I do. Our dregs are not great. They can die and make some armor, but I'm fighting for space. I think my dregs are worse than my restores. Awoken Spike is very good here. Thank you. Called shot. Like, if we can get a bunch of energy by our wilting sapwood getting hit and then cast that for a decent number, then more of our draws end up free later. It kind of feels like a card purge is better than this large stone to me. I'm going to improve one of these with HP. for things like sweep and spikes, and then I'm gonna purge another dreg. I'll purge another dreg. The restores are also very bad, though. At least the dregs can, like, die and get out of the deck. Yeah, I don't know about this one. The stealth enemy is going to be brutal. My sweep unit just like eating all of these attacks. Like if 3 of these spawn on the floor and my spike and like I take 12 from attacking twice, 3 times, this is pretty much dead. I think I pass on this trial, despite the fact that I really do need to get stronger. I'm trying not to die. It's a very bad turn to draw this. I'm also not going to get nearly as many revenge draws as I would like to this fight. Oh, I guess it doesn't matter whether or not I like where I play it, because the quick is going to get that thing killed anyway. I don't think I get to play this turn. I think it's much more important later in the fight. No entombed explosives. It's 20 pyre damage. Good God. Let you take this hit. You going up to 47 doesn't change anything. How am I killing this so that I don't die? Entombed explosives? Seems like entombed explosives. So you're taking 70 next turn. 55, 65, 69. Okay, so you are just dead. What's going on with this formless child? Am I, like, going to end up making a dreg? Yeah, looks like this fight I'm making a dreg. So I set up this way because I think it's necessary to get me through the waves, but the stealth from the boss is a huge problem. But we'll maybe figure that out later. I think I hope to draw Restoration Detonation next turn. I drip fall down this turn. So you have 72 because you're killing one of my units. This 50, 59, 67. I would need to do like 5 more damage up there. If I want to drip fall down this turn. I have 2 more turns to draw the drip fall. Again. Or I can just take 6 fire damage in exchange for setting up. Alright, I guess I need to look at some numbers for how much this boss attacks for to see whether or not I'm actually getting through all the stealth stacks on the bottom floor. I think I am. So this is circle 5, and it's the stealth boss. It is the Crystal Cloak. It has stealth 8 and attacks for 13. Yeah, we're not getting through all of them right now. So I need to do most of my killing on the mid floor, which I think means that I am doing this drip fall thing. Numbers are slightly different than I imagined them. Yeah, I can't draw the hand that's coming next turn. It's just quite bad. I think I'm looking at increasing these, just drawing those. Increasing the burnout on you and calling that good. Sure doesn't look good. I think I make it through this fight at 4 fire health. Yep. Hitting in... This time I'll do the math. It's much easier this time than the last time. Oh no, the Wilting Sapwood is dying, which means that the Paraffin Thug has to get the kill. No need to do math. This is not the heal spell I want. Like, it's better than Drip Fall for using on my own units. I am going to a Merchant of Magic. I can decrease its cost. I don't know, cost decreases to make cards free is maybe better than this, but I'm going to take it anyway. Stealth or Intent on Death for the Formless Child, or Endless on something. Well, maybe we take this and this is a way that we can cheese some fights. Intent on Death is also very good with Entombed Explosives, though, and, like, maybe I need that damage. It's like, I am just having trouble killing units right now. My creatures are living relatively well. But this is a bit of a struggle. And double stack Engulf and Smoke Miss. Man, despite the fact that I have 2 Paraffin Thugs, I only have 60 gold here. That's all I get to do. Can't afford. Interesting, but probably not good. Trample? I don't think Trample is worth my Ember if I'm hitting in smaller stacks. It's either Stygian or Leave. I think I'm just gonna Leave. So this deck has a lot of problems. IMO. We're not hitting as hard as I like. Our setup's a little fragile and takes too long. We still have too many bad cards that are unupgraded in our deck, and we didn't get enough money, despite having a bunch of Paraffin Thugs, to really leverage shop power like I was hoping. I might lose this fight. So this is about the worst possible opener, where we've drawn both of our tanks but no DPS unit on turn 1, and we've also drawn our best card in our deck, arguably, at the same time as we've drawn the Wilting Sapwood. Like, this needs to be in play before this happens, so I end up with more Ember. This is a horrific turn, because I potentially need to play one of these tanks into this. I might need to play this into this for card draw reasons, and then play Wilting Sapwood on the top floor. This is the small floor though, so like it doesn't make sense to play Sentient there. It makes sense to play this here and this here, but then I'm not getting any Ember this turn. I think I need the card draw quite badly. I'm going to play this up here, assuming that it's going to burn out. And just give me armor on this. Very poor start to the fight. Very, very poor start to the fight. We might die to this. Wow. So I can't really get this statue dead. And it doesn't have rage yet, so it's not going to kill. It's like I can't use the entombed explosives to kill it, and this is in the way of these. Do I really need to play my quick sweep unit up top so that I don't die? Otherwise I need to draw Drip Fall and Drip Fall that thing down. this thing kills the pyre if it makes it to the pyre without being hurt. If I deal 10 to it, it's at 93, which still kills the pyre. If I deal 20 to it, dealing 20 to it works. I don't know how I win this fight after doing this, though. Like, this is going to have taken a billion damage because we can't play the quick sweep thing on bottom. And then I'm just, like, giving up that floor, and we have to, like, luck into Formless Child reforming something. I get 5 bonus draws, so I will have a full 10 cards. Can I gamble on hitting Dripfall next turn? If I don't hit Dripfall, I will just, like, actually factually be dead. So the question is, like, do I want to hit Dripfall next turn? Or... Or do I want to, like, have to luck into Formless Child reforming probably exactly my champion at some point in this run? And I'll already have 1 dead Dreg. It's like 50% chance of getting the champion back. Maybe less, depending on how things go. Okay, if I Dripfall this, how do I kill it the second time? It goes up when it's also on a floor with this. Could Restoring Retreat it down this turn? Yeah, maybe I just need more time. I think that's the line that I like best. So I put this here. I Restoring Retreat you down a floor. I play this to start getting this statue out of the way. This is all very sketchy. Okay. We can go Entombed Explosives and Intent on Death It. That gets that statue out of the way, which can serve as a tank or Animus of Will. Or Paraffin Thug. I need to kill this with an Entombed Explosives next turn, and then also kill or significantly weaken this. Which probably means the multi-striker goes on top. No, this goes here. Because this gets a kill on this creature. Or does Paraffin Thug go here to get a hit now? Paraffin Thug maybe needs to go here to get a hit now? Versus on the bottom? It hit for 50, puts you to 28. The sting here doesn't change the clock. That means sting here You are armor. And 9 additional damage. Okay, so I play Entombed Explosives, that kills this. We have 24 damage incoming, which means you hit the pyre for 6. That is acceptable. Then we get a kill on this the following turn, that is also acceptable. Okay. Now how am I beating Fel? That's, I guess, the next problem. I think it's let Formless Child die, getting a Dreg, and then purifying, cleansing that Dreg multiple different times. So a little situational. If I draw another Sting next turn, I could just kill you without you hitting things on the top floor. Otherwise, it's more important for this to happen. Oh, I could have drip-falled you down a floor. Okay. This is fine. Save the health on my champ. By doing this. And play this drag, and I think this drag is getting 2 purifying cleanses rather than this one. Then when this dies, the drag that I get back comes behind here in this slot, so I don't want to drip fall down. Yes. Oh, it doesn't get plus health. Okay. So if I can kill you without dying to these, that would be great. I think I need to do this, then I deal enough damage that this isn't going to get to the pyre. Now I have a drag that's a 49-3. You're a sweep unit. Play you top floor, drip fall you down. Yes. Then the purifying cleanse you. Then this doesn't get to tank for me as much. Not the best. Maybe we can drip fall it down a second time. And let this die for some armor. Let that die for some armor. God, there's still more critters. Kinda thought we were at Fell. Not gonna lie. "18 sweep kills everything on this floor." How do I kill you? This? And restoring retreat you? No, this doesn't get to hit you. This hits this guy. Do I just, like, not kill you and somehow kill Fell on the bottom floor by restoring retreating this down? I think I have to kill Fell on the bottom floor or I die. It's gonna involve an insane Awoken Rail Spike turn. But that doesn't happen because you're not getting hit this turn. Alright. I think this looks like this. This. And even if I, like, apply burnout to you, you're still dead. I guess this. And this. Oh, no, still not Fell. Okay. Then I should be dead. Like this got rage, so it now attacks for lethal, even if I kill this with entombed explosives. How do I get out of that? It's got to be clear space in hand. That was a little bit poor. I should have done this first. Could have had a little bit more damage here. $10 more damage, it could be at 75. Alright, doesn't matter. I have died. I should have kept track of my Fell waves better. That fight was just going so poorly that I was convinced that we were further along into it than we were. Okay. So, like, obviously I was forcing cultivating rather than, like, taking cultivating when it was good. But my general overall impression of cultivating is that it is just, like, significantly weaker than the spikes or restore versions of this creature. So, which one of it is it? This one. So, like, if we look at we've never gotten third tier cultivating. That says a lot. So, like, let's just look at the first tiers then for comparison. So, in initial fights, if you cast a restore on something, that's worth 40 damage. The initial healing and then the regen stack for the turn. And that means that you can melt through large creatures in the front with this. And the spikes means that you deal 10 damage to everything, meaning that small creatures are a problem. Sentient does nothing for your DPS, and you need to have something else. Or sorry, Revenge Sentient does nothing for your DPS. You need to have something else behind it that does a large amount of DPS. But if you look at the amount of health that this has in comparison to the others, like just scaling it up to level 2 now, while it does have like 60 versus 100 versus 50, while it does have more HP, the trade-offs that you're making in terms of DPS make it very hard to actually kill things. So I'm currently of the opinion that the Cultivating Sentient is the weakest, at least in terms of its like full line ability. Um, like there are some times where I felt that it's correct, but like I've never taken more than Cultivating 2 and had a successful run with it. I've never even actually taken Cultivating 3 just because like I feel like the runs where you actually make that work are few and far between. So we even had something that would like have made the cultivating thing broken. Like we had an Awoken rail spike and a way to get bonus ember, but it just like never lined up due to like the fragility of what I was trying to set up that we actually could make it viable. And even though I had multiple paraffin thugs, we didn't really have money to go and like make a whole bunch of things free to take advantage of the revenge draws. So yeah, all in all, not a huge fan of cultivating sentient. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed. I'll be back tomorrow.